Best Kenyan slang word that you missed.
Was.
Ugali or burgers?
Ugali. Inaonekana.
Nah, it's okay. Tuendelee.
Hello.
What made you realize she was the one?
I felt something, she also felt something, so yeah. And I remember even mom was like, why are you always on your phone all the time? But little did she know that I was just talking to my wife. Yeah, we actually did a wedding. That was in 2021. Yeah, I love that. The background is awesome.
What did you feel when you finally got
It
your...
was, you know, everyone has... Okay.
Take your time.
Okay. So when... Shaka.
Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm talking to Koree Bichanga, who left Kenya to start a new life in the United States. He's come home visiting and we are going to hear about his journey, living, adjusting abroad and coming back home. Tell us your name and where you grew up.
Hello guys, my name is Taavi Bichanga, but I go by the name Koree Bichanga or Koree The Traveller. I'm a Kisi by birth, but I grew up in Kisumu City. All my life, it has been Kisumu cities. Yeah.
How was life growing up in Kenya?
You know, we came from a very simple background. We were not that very rich. As you know, the most important thing is to have life, and that's what we really appreciated so much. So just having the gift of life, it actually made my life personally to be awesome growing up. I went to school in Kisumu City because that's where I was born, and yeah, everything has been Kisumu, and I really enjoyed growing up in Kisumu. Yeah.
How did you and your wife meet?
So it's a long story. I think we've done a couple of videos and interviews about how we met, but just to briefly explain how we met. I used to work as a computer technician just somewhere in town at a place called Tivoli. So there's a time that it was just a normal day. Then Sylvia came with her dad and a friend. So they had a laptop that needed to be fixed. So they came to our shop, and that's how we first met.
What made you realize she was the one?
You know, some of when you meet your partner, there's always that a strong connection that you have, like it's a two-way traffic. So I felt something, she also felt something, so yeah.
How did your families react to your relationship?
I love that question because funny enough is that I never shared with them right away about her. I only used to make phone calls mostly at night, because you find that at that time it's always during the day back in the US. So we used to communicate a lot, and I remember even mom was like, why are you always on your phone all the time? But little did she know that I was just talking to my wife. So yeah.
Okay. Did you do a wedding?
Yeah, we actually did a wedding. That was in 2021. Yeah, I love that. The background is awesome. So we did a wedding. That was back in 2021 in April. Yeah.
Tell us about your wedding. How did you blend two cultures into one?
It was a little bit different because I've never been to. I've been to a lot of Kenyan weddings, but now interracial weddings, I've never been to a lot of that. But we tried our best. I think we came to a midpoint. My family and her family, we came. We agreed on a few things, how the wedding should be and where it should be. And we thank God that everything went well. We had our wedding that was in Mbita, Rusinga Island. Yeah.
Okay, now we get into parenthood. You're a father.
I'm a dad. I usually like to.
Oh, you're a
I
dad.
prefer dad. Yeah.
Okay, how has life changed since your baby boy arrived?
As a first parent, it has been what we call sacrifice. Like coming from that kind of life where you have enough time for yourself to go out to meet your friends and to meet other people, and now committing that time to focus on your son. It has been a lot of sacrifice, of which up to right now I really love it, because I remember the first time it was a little bit hard because I never used to that kind of schedule. But you know, it's a sacrifice that you're making to your blood son. So it has been awesome. I've really enjoyed my time with my son. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. What have you learned from watching your wife become a mom?
The
A
transformation from just a young lady to become a mom.
Yeah.
The thing that I've learned so far, I can say, is I don't know how to put it, because according to how I'm understanding the question, there's that what we call love for the family. I've seen that much from her since Taavi was born, and the commitment that she has for the family. Yeah.
Did you always want to go abroad, or did it happen unexpectedly?
So I never had like, it never crossed my mind going to the US. But now that my wife was from the US, we had to go visit her, and also personally to know where she came from and to learn more about where she grew up here.
Okay. What made you decide, okay, it's time to go?
You know, when you marry someone, it reaches a point where you want to visit your spouse home, like the village, and get to know most of her families or his family's members. So it's something that after we got married, we were actually staying in Kisumu for about since 2021. Then 3 years later, that's when we flew to the US. So we had first to settle down in Kenya, get to know each other more before doing the travel. So I can say that it's something that it's there. Once you marry someone, you must visit their village, and that's what we did. And we felt like that after we knew each other, we knew it was now time for us to travel. Yeah.
When working on the marriage visa, was the process stressful or smooth now that you were from Kenya, and how long did the process take?
So we had to wait for at least 5 years. So it was the longest wait, but we had no rush to fly to the US because we were enjoying our time in Kenya. So I remember we started with fiancé visa. And the reason as to why we started with the fiancé visa was for us to get married, because we had known each other since 2017, and now we were heading towards 2020. So that was almost 3 years of getting to know someone. So we decided to start with the spouse fiancé visa, which means that we were supposed to do our wedding in the US for us to get married. So it took, COVID came, so it actually made the wait
Longer.
to be even much longer. So we decided to start a new visa, which is the spousal visa, because after that you find that after the long wait, we decided just to get married, and we went straight to start the spousal visa. Yeah, and that's, you find that we had waited for almost 2 years since we started with this fiancé visa. Then for the spousal visa, it took 3 years.
How did you feel about the process? Was it stressful, or were you just okay with it?
We were not in a rush to go, so it was just a simple process. You know, there are those people who really wants to go.
Yeah.
So it's like they wake up in the morning waiting for that moment to arrive.
Right.
But you find that for us, we didn't have that
Pressure.
urge or pressure to go to the US. So it never bothered us. We were just taking our life like one step at a time. Like, yeah.
Okay. How did you feel when you finally got your visa or approval?
So, Shaka. So the first time I got the news, it was through email that the visa was approved. So after that, we had to do like a lot of process, going to the embassy, trying to get Taavi's passport. So it was, as much as I was very, very happy, you find that I was also stressed, because there was now lots of things to be done at that point. Yeah.
Okay, take us back to your travel day. How did it feel leaving Kenya, knowing you were starting a new life elsewhere?
It felt awesome, because staying in Kenya and just hearing people talking about US, so it's something that I also wanted to experience that. And when the time arrived, I was happy, especially flying with my family. That was even the most best thing ever. So the flights and all that were awesome. We didn't have any issues. Everything was great. Yeah.
When you got to the US, what were your first days in America like?
Sorry?
When you first got there, what were your first days in America like? How did you feel?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was totally different. Like, I was living in a very shock lifestyle, because most of the things were totally different from where I came from. So there was a lot of things to see, a lot of things to learn from, a lot of mistakes, and it was fun. I think I did a lot of videos showing you guys some of the things that I'm seeing for the first time. Yeah, it was it was totally different from what I used to. Yeah, and it was fun. Yeah.
When settling in, how was the weather, the food, the people, culture, everything?
Okay, starting with the weather, you know, we got there when it was very cold during winter. So you find that I wasn't used to that kind of extreme cold. I'm from Kisii, so the weather in Kisii, it's always cold. So I was used to cold, but not cold. So it was very cold, but it's something that you get to learn from the people also. You get to learn from them, and one of the things that I came to learn is that don't put yourself that you know everything, especially when you are in a different environment. Just get to learn how they're doing the things over there. So talking about food was also one of the biggest challenge up to date. The American food is totally different from the African food, to be precise, Kenyan food. So if you go, just know that you're going to a different environment where they have different kind of meal or food. Yeah, and talking about people, they're very friendly. I love the people over there, but Kenya has friendly people. Yeah, like you just walk and people just greet you. Yeah, and seeing people, I used to see a lot of people here in Kenya. Like you just walk and you see people, like a lot of people. Then you go there, people don't even walk, people drive. So you drive even for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, it's when you see a vehicle, and you don't see people walking. The only time you can see someone walking, it's only when probably they are homeless, or maybe someone is doing the evening walks. Yeah, so it's totally different from like the US life and the Kenyan life. Those are two different countries. Yeah, to talk about the culture and also the religion, in most countries there's Christians, you've got Muslims, you've got different religions. So I'm glad that I was in an environment where Christianity was it's something that it's allowed, and that's one of the things that I loved also. The culture, the way they do their things, it's a bit different from Kenya, but you have to understand that you are in a very totally different environment. So I just got to learn the culture and also how they drive. Hey, that's something that it's also a very challenging. As much as I came from Kenya, I used to drive, but I had to wait for at least 2 to 3 months before I started to drive by myself, because you have to learn some of the rules of roads, because it's totally different. You have to you have to make sure that the speed limit is accurate. You don't overspeed. You have to make sure that you follow the stop signs, the traffic lights, just a lot. Something that I never used to follow back in Kenya. And also safety while driving. If you have a baby, car seat is one of the most important things that you must have, especially if you have an infant or a small child, and also seat belt.
How is working life in the US compared to Kenya?
The system is almost same. People wake up at around 7, 8 to around 5, 4, 5. If you start working by 7, by 4, that's the time that you go home. If you start working by 8, by 5 p.m., that's the time that you go home. So, and something that I also learned in the US, you find that they take work serious. They use protective measures, not like in Kenya. So they are very much concerned about their lives too. Yeah. So that's one of the things that I really love about working in the US. and they pay good also. You spend a lot, so
Do they pay monthly or per hour?
it depends with the company. There are those companies that pays after 2 weeks, like the company that I was working for. I used to work for my father-in-law, so for them they pay after 2 weeks, and they pay per hour. So if you work for 1 hour a day, that's the amount that you'll be paid after 2 weeks. Yeah.
You are a content creator, right?
Yes.
How is content creation in the US compared to content creation in Kenya?
You know, I can say like different countries have different lifestyle. So if I compare the US and Kenya, I would say they are both awesome, because if you do videos in the US, there are those people who wants to see the life in the US. People from Africa, they want to see life in the US. So if you come to Kenya, there are people now from US wants to see the Kenyan life. So I would say that different countries have different culture, and the content creation is just, it's almost same, but it depends with your audience.
Did you ever miss home?
Beautiful question. The first, I would say like the first 3 months, I was very, very busy, because we were traveling, we were trying to get like, we were working on our paperwork, my green card and all that, learning how to drive, trying to buy vehicles, like you must have a vehicle in the US, and at least 2 vehicles. If you are 2 people, you need like 2 vehicles. There was like a lot of things to do, let's say within 6 months, 5 to 6 months. So now, like around 6 months onwards, now that you've settled down, that's when homesick usually starts. You know, I was talking to a friend, and the guy said that he has only been there for 2 months and already he's missing home. So I'm glad mine came after 6 months, which that's the normal time that people usually have they start to have homesick, like they really miss home so much. And I've only been to the US for about 10 months, and I'm so glad that I was able to come back home and be with my family, because just this travel coming back to Kenya, it's actually it has really helped me personally, and I think I'm ready to go back and pick from where I left. Yeah.
What did you miss most about Kenya?
People. Seeing people. I missed my families, my grandpa in the village, my friends, my content creators. I really wanted to come and meet a lot of content creators that have always been watching their videos, and also the food. I love Kenyan food. I know the people who are in the US who have come from Africa, they can relate to what I'm talking about. The food, African food is the best, trust me. Yeah.
Talking about food, what is the first thing you ate when you landed back here?
When I came, the first thing that I really wanted to eat was fish, but you find that when we came, I'm glad I was able to have rice and dengu. Dengu is green grams. So that was also one of the meals. But I didn't miss that one, because I used to prepare that back in the US. So fish and matumbo. Matumbo is stripes. So the stomach, for the people who may not know what stripe is, so it's the intestines of a cow or a goat. So that's also one of the things that I really miss, and I'm so glad that when we came, that was the food that I ate at my parents' house. Yeah.
Okay. How do you think living abroad has changed you?
Has it? For me personally, I feel like I've been the same me. But apart from that, it has having that opportunity to work in an environment where there's work opportunities. You find that you get to make at least some good amount of money. And I've had two cases while I was in the US. One of which was my mom got sick. She had stroke. So being able to save some money, I was able to help her back in Africa, here in Kenya. And also my brother Paul, I was able to be there for him. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you appreciate more about Kenya now that you are outside there?
I think I've had that question, but I've never understood.
Like maybe there's something you took for granted while in Kenya, and when you left, you were like, now I need to appreciate that.
I would say, personally, just being in an environment where there's a lot of people, and before that, family. Like, I think this is now the most important thing, family. Being able to spend time with your family, that's one of the things that I really took for granted. I took it
For granted.
for granted. Yeah. So when I came back to Kenya, I've been traveling to the village. I think this is my second time coming to see my grandfather. So, and also to just be with my uncles and my cousins, and most of the time I get to be with my family also, my mom, my dad, my siblings, like just being next to them, being so close to them. That's something that I never used to do it before, but when I came, that's something that I love so much to do. Yeah.
Okay, just a quick question. One thing America does well.
There's so much of them. I would say no corruption. That goes to our government of Kenya. You find that the US government, they don't tolerate corruption. So, and that's one of the things that has really helped the US to develop so much. Yeah.
One thing Kenya does well.
Let me try and see. maybe food. Yeah, Kenya is when it comes to food, Kenyans are the best.
Okay, between the two, which place feels more like home right now?
Kenya. But let me just rephrase that.
Okay.
Also in the Bible, there's a scripture that talks about, like, you leave your parents, you leave your mother and your father, and you come together and build a family away from home. So I would say, being with my family, it doesn't matter whichever place it is, but just being with my family, that's the most thing that means a lot.
Okay. The last question. A lot of young people dream of going abroad, mostly in Kenya. What is your advice for them?
My advice for them is to not give up, because everyone wants to go, and they need that opportunity to go. I wouldn't discourage anyone to go. I will encourage everybody to go, because everybody has different ways of how they will survive in a different environment. I'm not going to talk about just the US, but also other countries. Even Uganda, if you just leave your country to a different country, I wouldn't say that you shouldn't go. I would encourage you to go if that's something that you've always wanted to do. Yeah, I'll just encourage.
What is that one thing you wish someone told you before you left?
Is there any? I don't think if there's any.
Okay. Quick fun round.
Okay.
Ugali or burgers?
Ugali. When it comes to food, don't even compare the Kenyan and the US. Yeah.
Kenyan chai tea or American coffee?
Coffee. That's one of the things that I love. I miss coffee. Yeah.
Okay. Matatu or Uber?
Okay, it's funny, like I'm having those two over here. I don't use Uber there, I don't use Matatu over there. So your question is just right here. So over here I miss Matatu. I love the Matatu vibe. Yeah.
Nyama choma or barbecue?
Nyama choma. Nothing beats nyama choma.
Okay. Village mornings or city life?
A village. I love village.
Kenyan rainfall or American snow?
Kenyan rainfall. No, I'm not a snow person.
Okay. Best Kenyan slang word that you missed?
Was.
Okay, thank you for sharing your journey.
You're
It's
welcome.
beautiful seeing someone go out into the world, learn, grow, and still come back home. Any final message for Kenyans watching this?
My final message to the Kenyans is to appreciate your family. That's one of the things that I really missed while I was away. Family and friends. Yeah. Peace out.
That Kissy girl in the